Hey guys. At Traveling Savvy Seniors, we know adventure has no age limit and that every new adventure opens the door to a world of joy, connection, and discovery. Join us as we spotlight remarkable senior travelers who are redefining what it means to explore the world. From learning new languages to finding home abroad, their stories reveal the freedom and fulfillment that come from stepping beyond their comfort zone. Through these inspiring interviews, you'll gain real travel tips, heartfelt expat stories, and practical insights for living and traveling abroad, all from seniors who've turned their wanderlust into a way of life. So whether you're dreaming of that next big trip or curious about retirement abroad, these stories will remind you that it's never too late to chase your sense of wonder. Check this out.
Hello, Mary. My name is Queen Victoria Kavanaugh. I am a world traveler currently based here in Chiang Mai, Thailand.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us in our video to talk about senior traveling. You know, what it's like for you, because so many of us in our age group, 60 plus, we want to travel, we want to get around the world and so forth and so on. So we just wanted to ask a few seniors that are out here, what's it like? What your experience is like. So can you give us an idea of what your biggest fear was before you left the US? And when you finally got to where you were going, what was the reality?
My biggest fear when I left the US was, I guess not being safe, not being able to find a place where I wanted to be. But this wasn't my first experience leaving the US. I left the US once before. So, yeah, as senior travelers, sometimes we can't remember a complex sentence. So what was the second part of your sentence?
Not a problem at all. What was the reality when you finally got abroad? What was it like?
Okay, so my first country when I left the US in 2020 was Panama. And when I was planning to go there, I dreamt about living in a rainforest and picking mangoes from the tree. But when I got there, it was not that at all. It was built up, an urban area, and they did have a rainforest, but it was mostly farmland. And if you pick a mango on the tree, the owner would come and get you.
Wow.
Yeah.
A mango.
A mango. So, but as a traveler, you learn to adapt. You have your ideas in your mind, your imagination of how things are going to go. And when you get there, it's different. But travelers have to be resilient. We have to learn to adapt. So, and because we are travelers and we're free, if we don't like one place, we can pack our bags and go to another. And that's been basically what I do.
Awesome. What was the moment you knew it was time to leave the States?
George Floyd, the intense hatred that and racism that churned up, that's always been there. And then I was traveling across the country in a motorhome, and I felt unsafe, afraid, and it was difficult for me to find a place to park my motorhome where I felt safe. And I thought to myself, wow, I'm an American, born and raised in this country, and I don't feel safe in my country. Why be here? Go someplace else. There's got to be safe places in the world.
That's right, and there is. And what were you hoping to change? Were you trying to change the cost of living, your health, community, the pace of life, or safety? What were you trying to change when you made that decision?
I wanted to be in a place where I could be happy and feel safe and not be worried simply because of the color of my skin.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. What's the very first step you recommend to a senior that's thinking the same thing, leaving the States? What would you suggest to them?
I would suggest they do a lot of research of the place where they're going to go in advance, know where they're going to go, have their health care set up, Be healthy. In your planning to leave the United States, take a good health assessment and be healthy so that the places where you want to go are not constricted because you can't find medical care there. So, yeah, that's one of the two of the most important things that I would do. Do some research. Don't be like me, thinking I'm going to this rainforest and lay in a hammock and pick mangoes, and it's not that at all. Yeah.
And do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I'm 76. I'll be 77 in March.
You look great for your age.
Thank you.
Awesome. And you're out here traveling by yourself?
By myself. Yeah, I've been traveling by myself actually in this period since 2017.
Wow.
But then when I retired, I brought a motorhome and I traveled across the United States twice, east to west, west to east, in my motorhome. Yeah. Solo.
Nice.
Solo. In my motorhome. And yeah, so it was in my motorhome that I decided that I don't feel safe even driving, living outdoors. I considered all kind of things. I considered a gun, but then I'm like, for what? In this little motorhome? I would blow the whole thing up. I even had a remote camera that hunters use when they hang these cameras in the trees so they can see where they're game. I would hang those outside. Then I thought, why am I doing all this? Just leave.
Yeah. Wow.
And have no intentions of going back.
So no regrets?
No regrets at all. None.
And you've been out here since 2017.
I've been free traveling the world. I left the United States in October of 2020 between the two COVIDs. Remember, we had one COVID, second COVID. So I was just sitting there waiting for the first country to open up so I could just get out. Yeah. Wow. So I've been in this mode of being a world traveler, moving around the world since I left October 2020. Yeah, so the countries I've gone to, I went to Panama. I lived in Panama for a year and a half. Tell me if I'm going too much. I lived in Panama for a year and a half, and I did not like any place there. I lived all over Panama, in the rainforest, on the beach, in the city. And then I went to Mexico to use Mexico as my base. I was in Mexico City for 6 months. I loved Mexico City, and I traveled all around Mexico City, all around Mexico, using Mexico City as my base. And then I learned about the earthquakes in Mexico City. So I thought, okay, I'll travel around Southeast Asia, and I'll use Thailand as my base. And I started in Bangkok. I was overwhelmed by that. Then I came up to Chiang Mai, and I love it. I love the frequency. I'm a frequency person, and I can pick up on frequency. And I love the frequency in Chiang Mai. I think it's heavily influenced by the Buddhist religion here. Yeah.
Okay, and you've been here for a little over 3 years now.
I've been in Chiang Mai for 3 years. And in this place that I call my base, for a year here. But Chiang Mai for 3 years.
Okay. And can you give us an idea of what your monthly expenses are here in Chiang Mai?
Okay, so now that I have a base, my rent is higher. But when I first came here and I was in and out for a month here and then go off for 2 months and come back, you can find a really nice place in Chiang Mai for about $300 a month, $250 a month. Here, I'm in a big condo, a corner unit. It's about what we would call 1,600 square feet. And I pay 3,500 baht, which is a little bit more than $1,000 a month. I just paid my electricity. My electricity was $1,000, 1,000 baht. Yeah. My phone bill.
1,000 is like about $33.
$33. My phone bill is about $20 a month, and my water bill $5. Food.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
vegan.
Still a lot less expensive than it would cost you in the States for 1,600 square feet. That's wild.
Here's something else I forgot that I found after talking to people who have left the United States and come here. Bit of advice that I would like to give to people if you are banking in the United States, continue to bank in the United States. if you are getting a retirement annuity or your Social Security, continue to let them send it to your address or your bank account in the United States. Some people will just transfer all of that to the country where they're living in. One thing that I've learned, if you do that with Social Security, they will want you to send them proof of life every year to show you're still alive. And you'll be subject to the banking regulations of the different countries where you live. So for me, I still bank in the United States. My Social Security, my retirement money goes to the place in the United States. So that's one thing that I would recommend. Leave your banking there. Also, get a Wise account somewhere that you can easily transfer money. Set that up before you come. Because it's difficult to set it up when you're outside of the United States. Sorry I didn't put that in there at the appropriate time, but it just dawned on me.
That's great advice. So whenever you do need cash, you can just go to an ATM, just as we would do back in the States and withdraw money. It's no problem at all. But at least your bank is a U.S. bank, and you don't have to deal with the rules and laws of a different country where your money is concerned. I've even heard, some folks say that they're banking here and their account gets shut down for some reason, and then they have no access to their money, which is crazy.
Every country's banking laws are different.
Yeah.
Every country's banking laws are different. So for me, yeah, I draw money from the ATM once a month for my expenses. People will say, well, you have that fee from the ATM, and you're going to have that conversion fee, and you're going to have this fee. I have one account where they pay me back or reimburse me for that using a foreign thing. But even if I didn't, my feeling is freedom is not free. So the little bit of expenses that you have to pay to be free, to be a travel, it goes along with freedom. Freedom is not free.
So now that you're out here and you've been out, abroad for a while, how do you keep yourself busy? I know, you don't want to just sit in the house and do nothing. That wouldn't make any sense. You might have to stay in the States for that. How do you keep yourself busy? And are there any Thai customs you picked up that works better for you?
Okay, how do I keep myself busy? Entertainment. Okay, generally I am traveling at least 2 or 3 weeks a month. And then as I get into my prime travel season, I'm gone from Thailand, traveling to other countries for 3 months at a time. So that for my prime travel season starts late February and goes up to May. And then I'll come back to Chiang Mai in May. So when I'm here, as far as keeping myself busy, I have hobbies. I like to sew, so I have a sewing room. I write. I'm preparing something for seniors so that they can travel easily and it won't be so overwhelming for them. And I do a lot of research. I do a lot of research on the trips that I'm going to take. For instance, I plan to go to Ethiopia for 2 months this for my prime travel season. So I've been doing a lot of research about Ethiopia. That takes a lot of time, so I'm busy there. Thai customs that I've picked up. Well, not much, and not much Thai, but I love the Thai people. So, and I love their respectfulness. They're constantly bowing and showing you respect. So that's one custom. I do bow back. They thank you for everything. So I know the word for thank you, kapunka, and my greeting, sawadika. So I have not picked up much Thai language or Thai traditions, but I really love the Thai people. I love the respect they have for each other. I love their Buddhist religion that tells them that the bad things you do, you will pay for it. Maybe right here in this life, but definitely in the next life. So I found the Thai people to be very honest. Very honest. I have lost my watch. I have lost my iPhone 14 Pro Max. And each time it was brought back to me.
Nice.
Yes, I made a mistake and tipped my housekeeper with a foreign coin, a Hong Kong 100. I thought I was giving her 100 baht. And she said, do you know this is $900? It was in a foreign money and I didn't do the transition. And she gave it back. Anybody else would have just said, well, she gave it to me. She must want me to have it. Yeah, so I love that about it. And I feel very safe. I can walk down the street.
Yes.
I can walk down the street at midnight. The market is right over there. There's a market that sets up at nighttime, a fruit and vegetable market. They're set up at 8 o'clock and they're there till 2 o'clock in the morning. If I decide I want to walk across there and buy some vegetables, I don't have to worry about somebody doing something to me. So this is what I want for how I want to spend my retirement years.
And you're vegan.
I'm vegan.
Yes. So how is that? You're on the road, you're abroad, you're straight vegan.
Straight vegan.
Is that challenging for you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I'm straight vegan. Yes, it's challenging. I have been places where I could not find a vegan meal. I was in Turkey, some rural area of Turkey, and my guide said to me, they don't have, I can nail the name of but I won't say the name of the city. They don't have any vegan restaurants here. I was also in a much more rural area of Turkey. I went to see some ruins, Göbekli Tepe, and my guide there was having a hard time. So he said, my mother said she will cook for you. So every day when he would come to pick me up to take me on my tour, in the back seat would be my lunch and sometimes my dinner. And sometimes twice he brought me home to have dinner with his family.
Nice.
But generally I have a travel kitchen that I've created myself, and I put it in a small carry-on bag, but I don't carry it on because it gets kind of heavy. But I have a lot of collapsible dishes in there. I carry some spices. I may carry some dried beans like lentils, something easy to cook in case to hold me over till I can get to a store. I carry a travel blender. So I carry these things with me so that I can cook. And I basically cook my own food. Sometimes I can find vegan restaurants. I use AI, an AI agent, to help me do my travel. And I will tell him, okay, find me a vegan restaurant each day for lunch and for dinner. And sometimes I'll go to those vegan restaurants and sometimes I will eat myself. One of the problems with going to a vegan restaurant is you never know what extra things they're going to put in your food.
Yeah.
As we get older, we have to be aware of that. Sensitivity to MSG.
Yeah.
Other seasonings, they'll put a package of seasonings that's got a lot of things. So I'm kind of leery about what I even eat in a vegan restaurant. Yeah, so for me, basically, I will cook. If I'm going to be out on a long tour, I will cook my own lunch. I have a series of thermos bottles. I'll make some hot soup and I'll put it in my thermos bottle and I'll take it with me so that I can have something. I've had my experiences of thinking that I'm just going to eat in this restaurant and pick around this and pick around that, and it doesn't work out well.
Yeah, and that's definitely something to consider. If you are vegan and you're traveling abroad, different alternative methods to make sure you're fed and you're keeping yourself well, so you have to adjust sometimes. Also, a lot of people will say, when you tell them the different countries you're going to, how did you like the food? How did you like the food? I am not a foodie. My travel is not food-centric. For me, I do research and I will tell them about the culture. I love the culture. I went here to see this and I researched about how many thousands of years this has been here. So when I'm traveling, the highlight of my travel is not the food. It is the culture, the people, the scenery, the nature. So, I don't feel like I'm deprived when the people say, oh, Mexico had the best food. I know, but it's in my kitchen. Yeah. But I think that it's important also to stress that, as seniors, we don't really have to do like we used to do when we were younger as far as travel is concerned, with trying to hurry up and fly through the journey, to try to get to as many places as possible within a short period of time, because that leaves you more exhausted than anything else. It's all about slow traveling at this point. Why not spend a month in a location just so you can relax and enjoy and so forth?
You know, one of the good things when I'm traveling to different countries and I'm going to be in the country for a month or so, one of the good things about planning my trip for myself is I can decide when I'm going to move. And because like when I go to Ethiopia for 2 months, this is a big country, a lot to see. So I will schedule it so that I will have a rest day. So I may take 2 days of going around with my guide. I always hire a guide. And that's another thing for senior travelers who want to travel like me, to go to different places. It's good to get yourself a guide. Their job will be to keep you safe, to interpret for you, and to show you the highlights of the city. So yeah, I always have a guide to help me out, and in scheduling my trips, and scheduling my tours of the country, 2 days and a rest day. 2 days and a rest day. Also, by scheduling it myself, I can schedule my own meals, the time that I want to stop to eat.
Which is a lot different if you're traveling with a group.
Yes. Sometimes I will travel with a group. I've done it twice, and both times I have not liked it. And mostly it's because the trip is so fast. You go into a museum and you got to look at the museum like this. I want to take time and look at every detail. This is, you know, we worked hard. I'm 76. I started working when I was 14 years old. So I deserve to take time and enjoy life. So for my seniors out there, you worked for this. This is your reward. Enjoy it. Get out there and do it. Embrace it. Use AI to help you.
Awesome. And to finish it off, how would you finish this sentence? At 76 years old, traveling abroad has taught me
how wonderful life is. How wonderful life is. And also traveling abroad outside of the United States have taught me about how much lies we have been told about life in other countries.
So
I have learned so much. I have learned so much by traveling abroad. So much. Keep your eyes open. And like I said, research. Don't go someplace blind where you don't know what's going on. Do some research so you'll understand. Your trips will be much more fulfilling. You will know so much. Research.
Great advice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to share. Glad to share. My biggest desire is for more seniors to travel. I don't mean join a group, a travel group and go on a tour. I mean, actually get out here and travel. It is not as bad. It is not as scary. And you can figure out how you can do it where it's not as expensive. And if you can afford it, you can hire a guide. He or she will take care of you. That will be there. They will know that is their job, to keep you safe. They will interpret for you. They will explain things for you. They will be your transportation and make your trip so much more wonderful. Get out and travel. You earned it. This is what you've been working for all of these years. Don't sit on your butt and let your reward just sit up there and gather dust.
Yeah, amen to that. Things are kind of crazy in the States right now. You don't know what's going to happen with your money, so
that's the truth. You don't know what's going to happen there, period.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Queen.
You're so welcome.
I appreciate you, and I know our seniors appreciate you even more as you're giving us so many golden nuggets. So thank you.
Well, I hope to see you on the road.
Yes.
I hope to. It is so, for me, I keep looking around and wonder, where are the 75, the 76-year-old? I can't be the only one out here.
Right. Where are you?
not just of African-American people like me, but of all the people. I can't find them. The ones that I see, they just want to just sit around. So come on.
That's right. Thank you.